This time last year, I was thinking about who we were as a Danville schools. I was thinking forward to Leader in Me, implementation, our values that we developed from our strategic plan. And I really wanted to come up with ethos similar to what I had when I was in the military. That's how we developed the 4 Admiral Ethos, what we believe and who we are and how we lead.
I prioritize continuous learning and growth by providing students with individual needs to help them achieve their goals. I think we can always learn new things, especially in new roles. This year I've had to jump into a new role head first, and I've really taken on any chance I can to learn to help support the students and teachers here at Danville.
I think we have a lot of opportunities within our district to pursue professional development opportunities that can be beneficial for our professional careers. I think about thinking maps and things along those lines. Leader in Me is another one that I think about that give us the opportunity to continue to grow in our professional careers, and then also like show the students and everybody else that like that matters, and we continue to learn and grow as even within your professional careers.
We have an evaluation process and an observation process, and I tell the people that I'm working with that more so than an evaluation, this is support. And so we are constantly talking about the things that we need to grow, and often talk about the things that I'm trying to grow in my processes. So it's just a mindset.
One of the other things that we've tried to incorporate is what we call T3s, which is teachers teaching teachers, because we do have a lot of expertise in the building that we need to capitalize on. And so we try and get the teachers in other teachers' classrooms so they can see the things that those teachers do well, so we can steal from each other. Last year we then expanded that. We took our teachers over to BATE to see how those teachers are working there. And then the conversation I just had with the teacher is we need to get into the elementary classrooms to see how they see what we can take from their practice.
Seeking feedback from our staff, looking in our classroom data and our walkthroughs to see what each class is learning, making sure that there's equity there, looking for opportunities to grow so that we can give our students in turn the best opportunities to learn when they're in the room.
As reflective practitioners, like education changes daily, just like what is out there, what we're preparing kids for. So like you have to be prepared on a daily basis to react to what's happening, and change and grow and continually learning. And then we model that for our kids because they're also doing the same thing.
You know, just the range of needs that we're trying to meet. I think we have to continually keep learning and developing our staff. And we have a great staff. They reach out when they say we need more resources to work with students who have this disability or are facing these barriers. And then it's really a collective team effort of learning so that we can solve those problems and reduce barriers.
By looking at areas that I feel that I need to get more information on, further my knowledge, expertise, and then share with my team after I have done my own personal learning. I also try to lead discussions with our teachers on their own personal growth, and try to give them discussion points to try to lead them on a path to figuring out what they want to pursue in their own personal journeys.
I believe in being a lifelong learner. I know that's our goal for all of our students. I truly don't believe that any of us could ever say that we know everything. We always have something that we need to learn. And so for me, I ask/demand/push myself to always be able to learn more. And I put that same expectations on my department.
We've really elevated our teachers and provided a lot of opportunities for them to have leadership, whether that's training their peers or spotlighting the learning that they've done. It could be that they're a part of a team that is making decisions about how our district will move forward. We've also started a Leaders Rising cadre supporting our instructional assistants that are interested in becoming teachers through our Option 9 program. Really just having this philosophy that we need to continuously be growing the capacity of all of our staff so that we can do what's best for students.
I think a strength that we have in working together is that we know our people. That allows us to really know their strengths and to be able to provide opportunities for them to grow in those strengths, but also then to use those strengths to lead others as they build their capacity, send them to trainings, find opportunities for them to continue to grow in that. And then also having them come to us and say, hey, I'd really like to try this opportunity, or seek out those things for themselves that we're able to support them in.
We always work together. If we need to have a meeting before a meeting with a parent or something, like, we talk things through with our staff. We're learning with them when it comes to new curriculum and all of the things, and we know what's going on in the classrooms. I think that's a huge piece too.
I try to really look at the strengths that other people have and emphasize those, so then you're able to go into those challenges feeling more confident in yourself, but then also addressing the strengths up front, I think, can help you do things proactively, so you're kind of prepared for the unexpected.
I do not have all the answers on all times, nor does everyone else. We're all a team, so everybody's thoughts are important. Everybody's experience they bring to the table is even more important, so that we can all put our heads together and solve the problems together to create that space for collaboration, co-creation, especially with people who are not from that particular area. So bringing in stakeholders from the community, bringing in parents' perspectives, so that we're getting all different points of views.
Both of us are committed to this job and this school and these students and these people 110%. And I think that we demonstrate that. And we expect that of our staff members.
We've both been here for many years. The commitment is about understanding that we all have the common goal, and commitment is staying dedicated to pursuing that goal as best we can.
Sometimes when we talk about like going to events or something like that, people will say, you don't have to go to all those games, you don't have to go to all those events. But we both come almost every time because we want to be there for the students and show them that we support them. And we have a lot of staff members that do that too.
When things get hard, that's when real growth happens, because it's real easy to sit back and try to stay in your comfort zone. But when you're tested and kind of put to it, that's when you really have to fall back on your training, on your experience, to work through those difficult situations. And it's always good to have a really good team behind you or around you in those moments as well.
Most importantly, we focus on the students and student success. So even though we might be faced with a challenge, we have to focus on the kids, and why we're really here to begin with is the kids, right?
Not quitting on the things that matter it's about integrity. So students and staff, the community, they rely on us. So when the challenges arise, then we have to rise to the occasion and figure out how to make it work. You can't lower the standards, because that's not an option. We have to perform at a high standard and make sure that everybody's successful.
I've been with the Danville schools. This is my 25th year. I'm here for the long haul. My boys go here. One graduated, one's at the high school. My wife teaches here, so we're very committed to Danville schools. And I just think commitment in general is you give your best at whatever job you're doing. I think people will see if you quit. They'll get a bad taste in their mouth, but if you persevere, then they're going to look at you and say, that person is somebody, when things get tough, they're not going to give up.
Sometimes something is hard just because it's new. I have to be able to tell myself it's going to be okay. It's not going to be perfect. And that doesn't mean that what I'm trying to do or what my school is trying to do is a bad thing. It just means it's new. And with that, there are things that are hard. You have to go through the learning process all the time, even as an adult.
Making my best effort, knowing that it's not always gonna go exactly like I planned, but it'd probably get pretty boring pretty quick if it always was predictable. That challenge is I think, part of our profession. So committing to having some knowledge of what I'm going to have to tackle and who I'm going to need to tackle it with. It's been so easy to jump in just this first year because the things that are there to help me accomplish my goals are there, and they've been easy to engage with.
I would say that's important for me, especially being in Danville schools, because I went to Danville schools, graduated from Danville High School, and I know there's a lot of people in my life, people that are still working here today, that I know things were hard, but they never gave up on me, and they helped me to become the man and the person that I am today. So I think it's important for the future generation of admirals to do the same thing for them.
Books are for everybody, and this space is for every student in our school and also all the teachers in our school. I want this to just be a place where people can come and feel calm, and they can use the space in a variety of ways. They can look for a book, they can sit and do something in our makerspace area. That's what our Tolliver Library is about. It is a space for everybody.
I love to see the kids when I can. I do arrival and dismissal every morning and afternoon. I try to know most of the kids' names, give high fives and stuff like that. So I like to just be a face that the kids see and recognize. Same thing with staff members. You know, I like to check in on people and just try to create good relationships.
There would be a couple students that would just stop in. They feel like they belong in here. It's also relaxing and calm in here, so I think that helps. And then teachers actually come in here sometimes too, and I think they feel like they can come in and make sure that I know something's going on, or they want to tell me about something that's happening within a student or a family. Making sure students and staff know that they can come in, or they can just talk to me whenever they see me somewhere is helpful.
Making sure that every student is seen, heard, and cared for. I think that's very important for everybody, not just students, but staff as well. Students don't come here just to be students, they come here to be admirals. So, you know, being involved, knowing that there's a trustworthy adult that they can talk to whenever they're in need, just knowing that they do belong and this is the school for them.
I build a culture of belonging by following the wise words of a former teacher of mine. You are enough. And if you articulate that to students, or to adults for that matter, you will let them know that no matter what they bring to the table, what their experiences are, what their identity is, what their beliefs are, that they are welcome and they are enough. They will feel that they belong. Belonging is very important in the arts, because no matter what you're good at, and even if you're not good at anything, the arts has a place for you.
Just being visible, being a part of each kitchen, being there to help them, to talk to the students, and be part of that safe environment that food service is. Because kids will come to us because we're their safe spot, because we feed them, and they recognize that as something safe.
Anyone who enters the building feel like they feel respected and they feel like they belong, and I just have a positive communication with the parents. The students, they come up sometimes, we'll have to be a little tough on them, but by the end of the year, they know that I care about them, and they know that they are welcome and they belong here.